Welcome back to Shelter Tales. I'm Connie Galley, and with me today is Rich Rupert, and he is with Rich's Cat Enclosures out of Holyoke, Massachusetts, but he works in Connecticut and Massachusetts. I'm going to talk to him about how he got involved. I am personally a client of his because it's a safe way when you have cats that are rescued, especially cats that are rescued, that have been outside cats. It is tough to keep them in. And then you got, you've got injuries, wounding, killings by cars, other animals. So how did you get involved in this? Because you're doing it for shelter managers and all that. I mean, you're doing more and more of that.
We've done some for shelters, not too many. Up in Belchertown, we did for shelters. But I started out because one of our cats got hit by a car. I figured if I could build this for me, I could build it for other people and help other people out that also had the same problem as me, where the cats wanted to go out and let them out and
Bad
in a
things
safe way.
happen. But you're letting them out in a safe way. And I don't think it takes them very long because you did one through a window of mine and it took them like, I think, 2 seconds most of them go, just bang my head and this thing opens and I'm out.
Some take longer than others, but it's the ones that want out definitely just go right out.
They understand it. Yeah, I've got some that are immediately out there and would spend their lives out there. Matter of fact, the other night we opened the door, the window, because it was a little warmer that day. It was a little warmer, that 65-degree day.
It was a beautiful day.
Beautiful day. And we let her out, and she must have been out there for 5 hours. And my husband comes home and closes it, and all of a sudden at night, she's like, "Get me!"
She's still out there.
It's cold. I'm hungry. Oh God, she's still out there, But for the most part, I mean, they enjoy it. They sit in the sun. They can see the little critters skitter by, and they really enjoy it. Like I said, I have 5. 3 of them are very adept at going in and out. So you started building the shelter. You put a Facebook page up, obviously, because people have to find you to understand you do this. It's not something that you think about until you really need it.
I'd say that Facebook was or is the best way. It's a great networking tool for me.
And you have a full-time job, so you do this part-time, and so that's a lot. I mean, Rich came to my house, and it was a day, and he was there all day. It was done in a day. It is professionally done. It's beautiful. You can opt for different sizes. I just saw one that you did on a second floor, what I thought was a second floor of somebody's house, and your cats are spoiled. They have like a kingdom, don't they?
They have 2. The first one that I built with scraps that I had laying around the house. The second one was a second-story balcony that was converted. I wanted to kind of match the front of the house so it didn't take away from the house, because the house is built in the 1900s.
Right.
So it blends in.
It's beautifully done. That's one of the pictures you showed me. It's beautifully done. Of course, your work is, and he guarantees his work. Do you ever have any calls? You have a lot of people who own cats also own dogs. And I know they have runs and pens, but is there any that you're working with, Susan Panicasio, she does the heated dog houses and things like that. You've worked with dogs or dog owners?
Just this year, I did one for someone in Belchertown that had 2 dogs, and those dogs were a handful. They've also, with their 3 cats. So they had a enclosed dog pen. So we modified that dog pen, went from a chain link fence to a roof to enclose that so the cats could not get out, and made a lot of high shelves in there so the cats could be away from the dogs, be outside. And not get harassed by their crazy dogs.
Because I don't know, 2 dogs and 3 cats. I don't know about that. I have enough trouble with cats. I love all animals, though. But so you've been doing this for about how long now?
I built my enclosure at the end of 2015, and then decided over the winter that, like I said, I could.
Yeah, it's kind
of tough. I think I can do this and help people out.
Now you also foster, so you also foster kittens with different shelters. You told me, so you're the go-to guy at different shelters, which is wonderful. I saw a couple of those. One of them was tiny baby.
We were doing a lot of mothers that were pregnant, and we would get them. And I think this year we did like 21 cats, 21
21
kittens.
21 kittens.
We had three mother cats this year. One had 7, another one had 6, and another one had 5. It was big litters.
Big litters, yeah.
So, yes, I have 3 jobs:
Fostering
fostering, cat enclosures, and my regular
and a very
my
patient
regular
wife,
job.
apparently, because she
helps
helps you with the
lot.
foster. Yeah.
She helps a lot.
Yeah,
she is very, very supportive of all this.
That's good.
and
That's good. So when somebody comes to you and you did the specs for us, because I just said I want it, but I'm not an engineering mind. So I was like, yeah, do it. We talked about running it under window here, and here. Again, you did it. It was up like that. We were able to use it the next day. So do you do out specs, or do you, when you go? For me, you did it on the job because I did not know what I wanted, basically, and it was suggested.
I like to go to the person's house or wherever they're going to build the enclosure, so I can get a feel of where the cat likes to hang out, sunny spots, shaded spots and stuff like that, heights.
Right. And then you do it, then you go home and sketch something up, and you can come back and
Yes.
do it. Okay.
So I have my basic ones, but I've also do custom ones too, where I've done like a spiral staircase that went up to a 20-foot window in a house, and they wanted to match their house. So it was a 10 by 10 enclosure. It kind of looks like a pergola with. It's a little fancier than my other ones.
That you didn't bring a picture of, did you?
Yes.
You did? Okay,
Yes.
because you'll be seeing
Yes.
pictures. They're gonna download the pictures, and you're gonna scroll through, and they are fabulous. But that's one spoiled little cat. That sounds like
Yes.
someplace I'd like to move in, or an art studio or something.
Well, they said if we're ever babysitting our nephews, we could throw them in there.
Right. I mean, it's fun. They enjoy it. They enjoy the sun. It gives them safety. And one of the reasons I came to you, and I'm trying to even remember how I found you. It might have been through ECCP, because she posted the one you did for her. Because she had the other thing is she had a very unhappy cat who was unhappy with the other cats in the household. He was eventually rehomed because he was spraying and things, and it was hard for her. But he's very happy now because he's the king of the household, a soul cat in the household.
Yes.
But she called you in. I remember that because the cat wanted out away from the other cats, and she could not trust them. You just can't trust them.
Then he guarded the door so the other cats couldn't come out.
He had a little personality disorder issue. He's now very happy. At the farm. No, he went to a real home. But I remember seeing hers when I went over to her house, and I had the guy that does my lawn, because I have a big back lawn that goes down to water, and he came up to me one day and he said, "I know you have cats." So, because he sees them in the window, and there's one constantly trying to get out the back door no matter what you do. "I know you have cats," he said, "and I want to tell you that there is he said, "I see them on your property." I went, "They're not mine, but I would trap them if I could, rather than have them have a crappy life." So I said, "They're not mine." He said, "Well, I want to tell you that down at the end of the yard by the water, there is a 40-pound beaver that's been taken down. And if something's big enough to take down a 40-pound beaver, it's either a bobcat, it's a fox, it's a coyote. And I'm telling you that I'm seeing cats on your back lawn." I have never seen a cat on my back lawn, but he's down there once a week. So that started getting me like, the one's always trying to escape out the back door. Oh my God, she's an indoor cat. She has claws. They all have claws,
That's
but
good.
she'll never be able to fight off. So I was like, nah, I can't take this risk anymore.
No, and then now
No,
I'm hearing a lot.
yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of Fisher cats.
Oh, really? That's a New England phenomena. They scared the heck. Have you ever heard them scream?
I haven't heard them personally, but I've went online or on the internet, and
They're big. Yeah.
and they're vicious.
They're vicious, yeah.
So
they scream like a woman being killed. And I'm going to tell you, no, in my backyard one day, not in this property, but another property. I sat right up in bed. I mean, we both froze because it sounded like somebody being murdered in the backyard. We went out back and couldn't see a thing, but it might have been mating season. They were screaming. So yeah, it's the quality of life. I mean, I always felt sad for indoor cats, and I had one hit by a car, got out on me, and a neighbor said, "I see him walking shoulder to shoulder with another cat very companionably." I went, that's not my other cat, So I had to try to trap him. And funny story, we bought the house about 10 years ago. We were sitting at the dining room table and looked over, and there was the cat, our inside cat, on the outside of the door looking in. This is when, how did he get out? Did we leave a window open? One time there was a screen that he moved against and it bulged out and he fell out, and I got him because I saw that right away.
Yeah.
It's like a full-time job with animals, isn't it? But it's like a full-time babysitting job. But we brought him in. It's like, how did you get out? Lock the door. 10 minutes later, he's out looking at us. Here, the people previous, he's back outside looking in. The people previous had built a cat door at ground level, hidden in a corner of the house that we never saw when we bought the house. He found it.
Right away.
We had to stop dinner and go out and look around the entire house to see what was in it, and finally blocked it with a slab. But they do, it's a quality of life. They enjoy the wind and the sun. And
they need that stimulation.
Well, I mean, yeah, they need this. Right, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, lately we've been pretty busy, just as a whole, and can't be with our cats all the time.
And playing with them. I have the baby I play with, but I only have so much time too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it would be tough for you. It's not like you're breaking ground. I know that you raise them above the ground because you raise them so that the wood doesn't rot.
Yes.
But are you able? Not in this kind of weather. Who wants to work in this kind of weather? But when does it pick up for you?
It picks up. I'd say the end of March. Early spring.
So early spring.
I start getting calls, and I don't like to do it, but I also have to turn turn people away.
Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal when you're building
or tell them to wait. I have 3 this weekend, or something like that.
Right.
So I try to get as many as I can done, but it's just feasibly not possible.
Yeah, I mean that's a physical job. I saw you. That's a physical.
It is.
You're lifting board.
A lot of them I do by myself.
You were there by yourself, I think. In my house, and I'm like, geez, all the stuff that you brought over, and I'm like, he's going to lift all that by himself. I said to my husband,
loading it in the truck,
loading the truck, and
loading
then
it in the truck and everything.
Like, oh my God! So it's just an amazing job that you do. But if you I know you hate, because I'm a business person and I hate turning customers away. But you have a physical part of that job, so you can only do so much. But I think that if somebody wanted that, I got mine in November or October, and they used it. I mean, you came over to my house in the fall, right? It was the fall.
It was,
September? It was September, yeah, probably September, mid-September.
Somewhere around there.
But I would have been willing to have it done.
It might have been October.
October, until the ground froze, because they still have a good couple of months to use it. And then on the nice days in the winter, even if it's a little crispy, they want to go out. They just don't like the rain, but they want to go out.
Ours go out all
really?
year round,
Really?
all night.
Really?
I have mine open, yes.
And they don't mind the rain. I mean, it's covered, I know, but they don't mind. I have prima donnas.
One or two of them, he kind of like will look out.
What's the weather like?
And then he comes back in.
Like, yeah.
I've had one of our others laying there, and the snow's falling, and there's snow on her. I'm like, okay, well, you need to come in and brush her off.
Right? That's hilarious. Mine are interested in snow, but they don't want it on them. So she's a little thick head there. I think you got a little dense one. You got a dense one, Rich.
And then one of our males, he loves to go out. He'll come back in. And we'll be sitting there, he'll get on your lap, he's freezing. He's like, how can you go out there? It's cold.
Yeah, I would go out, yeah. But he likes, well, that's why they got fur. I mean, I've got one cat right now that she's the one that loves it. And she, by the way, did the same thing that Dawn's cat Grayson did. She got outside and stood with her butt against the window so the other cats couldn't. So I had to move the window inwards, give her butt a shove to get her to the next jump, and then let the other two out. They get very possessive. Some of them get very possessive.
Ours are pretty good.
Well, she's just a witchy girl. She's the only girl I have. She's just witchy. But so you'll probably your business will probably pick up in March. How long would you say that you need notice to schedule out?
It all depends on how how busy I am.
Well, like if they're starting now, if somebody sees this and says, you know, that's a fabulous idea. I mean, the pictures are going to be up in a B-roll behind this interview. But if somebody says this is a fabulous idea, would you start booking appointments?
I can. I don't really like to, just because in case
anything happens.
I get hurt or anything,
right,
something,
right,
you know.
right,
especially New England snow.
Yeah,
you get it in April.
Through April. Yeah, last year it was April. So you want to give your where people can find you, if you want to give a phone number or your website number, and about how long the normal catio. You did mine in a day. Mine was not the biggest one, so you might want to talk about that too.
The Facebook is a very good place to reach me. Facebook is a very good place to reach me. You can also, I have a website, which I haven't been keeping up to date, just
a busyness factor. So is your catio, it's on Facebook, it's Rich's
Cat Enclosures.
Cat Enclosures,
You can go on Facebook, or you can even just call me, 413-335-2945. And I usually pick up, or I'll get back to you if you leave a message.
We Facebook message quite a bit, and you are fast. So if anybody's thinking, I mean, it's a great idea. It's not an intrusive. I have a very unintrusive one. I think it's just it's like 4 feet deep by 8 feet
4 feet
high.
by 4 feet, 8 feet tall.
8 feet tall, and I have 5 cats now. Granted, 2 of them won't go out there if their life depended. They want to sit on the couch and eat bonbons. The other 3 are fine with it. And there's enough jumps there for all of them. You can put carpet on the bottom, and as Rich said, you can drag that up every couple of years. I'm going to be doing that this year, I think.
Yeah.
It's a piece of carpet on the bottom of the floor. But it's mine was a day job. That was all it took. Was a day.
It was a day. It was a day to install.
Yeah.
It takes maybe 2 days for me to build, but
But then you were moving at warp speed, because mine was up in a day, wasn't it?
well, yours was, yes, yours was up in a day.
Yeah.
But like I built it in 1 day and then installed it the next day.
Right,
so
right,
I mean,
yeah.
but like I said, it all depends how many I have.
Right.
I tried to get one. It just happened that I had 3 orders for the same size enclosure, so I just got enough and built 3 of them. You know, cut every piece of wood and just built all 3 at the same time. So that saved a lot of time.
Yeah.
But
he does specialties. I saw one of his, as I was talking about the pergola, one of them has a branch that goes up. Is that the pergola one?
No, that was a 4x8, and the customer put that in afterwards and sent me the pictures of what she did. She's put lights in it and stuff like that.
Because they love trees too. That was like a big thick tree branch.
Yeah, it was like a white birch.
Yeah, so he does good work. He's also, very altruistic, fostering the kittens and the moms, and started this business because he saw a need of his own cat. Unfortunately, the cat passed when it got hit. Cat passed.
No.
Oh my God, tough little baby.
He has a plate in his leg, and
wow, that's good.
it was amazing. It was amazing recovery.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, you know what? Somebody's looking out for you because of all the work you're doing for animals that need things. So it's cats, it's dogs. Did you ever have, and I went, by the way, I got a new kitten, and I remember you saying you can have the smallest, not a baby kitten out there, because it's like what, a 2-inch square, the mesh or the screen, 2-inch square?
I have, a couple different sizes that I use. If I know the person's going to be using small, having smaller animals or something, I would make them smaller. But they're 2-inch by 4-inch holes, and
I measured his little head to make sure he could get through there before he went out. It's like, you're not escaping on me. That's all I got to do: build a catio and have a cat escape. I'm not trying to give you more work, but when I look at that, I also see bird perches. My God, I'm going to give you more work, aren't I?
Well, no.
That would be fabulous for a bird.
This Christmas I built a birdhouse for my mom, and I built it out of pallets, and it came out really good. So I'm thinking now maybe I can also do accessories like birdhouses,
right,
and stuff like that, bird feeders, and
I mean, I just
put them
look
on
at
the
that
outside,
and I go, Well, that
That'll give
branch-
something for the cats
Yeah,
to
yeah.
look
It's
at.
like a bird would love to be out. You know, a bird would love to be out and see all that other birds and.
Just hopefully the bird doesn't get too close to the cage.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, somebody made a comment to me. Well, because it was on Facebook and everybody was raving over it. My Facebook page, I put your work up on my
Nice,
Facebook
thank you.
page, and somebody came by. There's always that one person. Well, a raccoon could stick his arm through that hole, and I went, my cats will never get out of it. Have you seen my cats, lady?
Yeah.
You know, raccoon can stick his arm in all he wants, but first of all, cats don't wait around for a raccoon to stick their arm in and get 'em.
No. They would either scare it away or the
Yeah,
raccoon
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
want anything to do with that.
I mean, you know. So it was that. I'm like, no.
Because I had
it's fine.
three. I heard this ruckus outside, and I look out the window, and I had 3 raccoons climbing all over
Trying to
the
figure out what it
outside
was?
of the enclosure.
Trying to figure out what it was?
And I'm going, oh no. You know, I'm like, they're gonna like
Food.
But then I thought about it, like the cats can't get out, these
Yeah, they
guys can't get in.
Don't
so.
worry about it. That's what I said to her. I would, a raccoon, even if he stretches his little arm through that thing, my cats are not stupid. They're not going to sit there and wait, predator, let's
Right,
stand
right.
here. And they're out and about and they jump. But I haven't had that issue yet. And yes, I went down to the end of my property, and that's what kicked in the call to you, because there was a carcass of a beaver. So big, I don't know, don't know what took it down. I don't know what took it down, but something big. And so I appreciate what you're doing on many levels. I appreciate it as a person with ShelterTails who has shelter managers and shelter people come in. Anything that'll make an animal's life better and helpful. And you're doing it by fostering, you're doing it with this. So if you have, after you see these fabulous photos, any indication of wanting this done for spring, get there first. Because he's a busy
Yeah.
man. So I appreciate you coming
Thank you
today.
very much,
Thank you. And I
Connie.
appreciate the catio. I love it. They're using it. And I said to my husband, maybe we'll add a 4-foot run. He said, just wait. Have him back and add that 4-foot run under the window. He said, just wait. So, but I appreciate you coming down from Holyoke. And he does Massachusetts. He does obviously Connecticut, because he's worked with shelters here. He's worked with homeowners here. And he does a good job. He does an efficient job. His prices are not bad at all. You would pay a lot more to get a pergola or an outdoor container for your animals somewhere else. They're safe, they're happy, and he's doing good work for them. So I appreciate you coming today.
Thank you.
Yeah, and say hello to your wife, who also helps you so much.
What's that?
Say hello to your wife, who also helps you so much with the kitties and things like that. So, but thank you for coming. I appreciate your time. And I appreciate my catio. And